Investigators have released their final report on the January 29, 2025 Potomac River midair collision between American Airlines Flight 5342 and a U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopter near Washington, D.C. All 67 people on board. Both aircraft were killed, including a Charlotte-based flight crew.
And marked the first fatal crash of a U.S. airliner since 2009 and the deadliest U.S. aviation disaster since 2001. Chief Transportation Correspondent and pilot May K. Baylor has been covering this accident from the onset. She now joins us with what the victims' families believe will prevent this type of accident from ever happening again. May K.
So it's a bill that will strengthen aviation safety. It is called the Rotorcraft Operations Transparency and Oversight Reform, known as the ROTOR Act. It unanimously passed the U.S. Senate on December 17th of 2025, but it is not yet law. It has been sent to the House for consideration to be reviewed next week. Now, the bill specifically requires automatic dependent surveillance broadcast equipment, known as ADSB, on aircraft to be installed, operational, and turned on in certain busy airspace like the Washington, D.C. area. It sends a signal to air traffic control and other aircraft, automatically broadcasting or displaying the aircraft's precise location, speed, altitude, and identification using GPS technology. So in a nutshell, it improves situational awareness. This is required equipment for all aircraft flying in the complex, congested, and complicated Washington, D.C. airspace, yet certain military operations have been known to fly without it turned on so as not to be detected for security or training reasons.
Okay, so when you look at this technology, May K, did both the Black Hawk helicopter and the American Airlines flight, did they both have it turned on?
The regional jet had it turned on. It's required.
Okay.
The Black Hawk helicopter did not. So in the NTSB's 400-page final report, it disclosed the accident Army helicopter's ADSB system was turned off. The agency blamed the crash on the helicopter, whose pilots were flying at the wrong altitude. This is important. Investigators found if their ADSB system had been on, the crew of the American Airlines regional jet and the Black Hawk helicopter would have had nearly a minute of warning to avoid the crash. Air traffic controllers asked the helicopter pilots if they had the jet in sight. They acknowledged they would maintain visual separation, but likely had the wrong aircraft in sight. Controllers instructed the chopper to pass behind the regional jet, but that instruction was blocked by a mic key. The helicopter crashed into the airliner that was on approach to land at Washington's Reagan National Airport. The regional jet was at the proper altitude. The helicopter was not. The ROTOR Act, if passed, will mandate ADSB turned on in all aircraft in this congested airspace. The law also moves to repeal a provision in the National Defense Authorization Act that previously allowed military helicopters to operate without broadcasting their position.
May K, I do want to ask what the families have to say about this, but real quick, when you said that the mic was, what was the term that you used?
Right. So somebody keyed the mic.
So explain that to
So
the
what
viewers.
that means is I'm trying to talk to you, but someone else somewhere got on the mic and pushed it down to talk. So they blocked the transmission.
Okay.
You couldn't hear the transmission. Somebody else got it, not necessarily, maybe in that airplane,
Right.
maybe in another aircraft.
Probably missed important information coming from
Yes.
ATC. So what do the families say about this?
So, so Tim Lilly, the father of Sam Lilly, he was the first officer aboard the regional jet, and stepmother Sherry, they've worked with lawmakers to ensure this accident, which the NDSB described as 100% preventable, never happens again. So in a statement they say, Sherry and I were deeply grateful to the NTSB investigators and the chair, Jennifer Homendy, who treated every detail with professionalism and care, working tirelessly for more than a year to understand exactly what led to this tragedy. From the beginning, we have believed this was about more than a single moment. It was about a system that failed the people who depended on it. Aviation remains the safest form of travel because it is willing to confront uncomfortable truths and make changes when they're needed. While important progress has been made, there's more work to be done. Our priority remains simple: turning the lessons of this accident into meaningful safety improvements so no other family has to suffer a preventable tragedy. Now, the ROTOR Act is scheduled to be reviewed by the House next week. It was approved by the Senate, be reviewed by the House, and then it will await a signature, if passed by the President, to take effect. And you can watch my full interview with Tim Lilly on a special episode of Inside the Cockpit, streaming on Queen City News Plus. We did that interview a couple years ago.
I mean, we wish this ROTOR Act, something similar, had been passed decades ago,
Yeah.
but better now, better late than never.
And the
so.
sooner the better.
Yeah.
The sooner the better.
Okay, Mickey, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.